banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight, it's the 512th and final game of the regular season, and we've got a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tennessee Titans. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 18 carries, 102 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Here's Tannehill. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he will have a Titans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
2nd and 8 coming up. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st. Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the 1st, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Chiefs are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. The numbers for Zeke from last week. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
What's the deal, y'all? Yellow. On second down, Elliott once more. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. The handoff, running left, Henry. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And it's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
On third down, Elliott. And some room to maneuver. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Tennessee offense set to go again. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. So he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a lot of running room. There, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. To the right side, and he's got more complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Room here to run. Zeke with a shake and bake. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Oh, Travis Kelce unable to pull it in. But it's going to be second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. Space to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
Harrison Butker, the kickoff, 14-2.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now it's Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Titans! A.J. Brown with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And with the day he's having, as we look at some of these highlights, maybe he wants to duplicate this pregame meal next week.
Whatever it is, guaranteed he will ask for the exact same thing each and every week as long as he continues to run like that. Sometimes it's that simple, partner.
Yeah. You know how superstitious these guys can be.
Oh, there's no doubt, right? If you put your left sock on first and you have this kind of game, you'll keep doing it. In this case, let's investigate that pregame meal. We might need some of that.
Yeah, right. It's working. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And got his man complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chiefs on just 2 plays have taken the lead. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. A.J. Brown. Titans getting the ball back here as we find ourselves in week 17. He's already well over the 1,000-yard mark, so there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number one. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right?
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. A first down carry by Elliott.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job, Swarman.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 159 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll find Metcalf. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. 30. 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Again to Henry. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. It's a big run there by Henry. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Evans. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Darrington Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown run from Darrington Evans. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7. As they begin this drive, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. And back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
Power running by Zeke, and he's got this down to the 35. Boy, 192 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Alia. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they run the option on 2nd down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance. As they always do this time of year.
I like how you use Fortnite.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
From the 29, Tannehill over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter. Line
of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's picked. And he lost the football. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Let's go, let's go.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now Tannehill. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Able to find Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Tannehill. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Here's Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Tannehill to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Extra point attempt here still to come. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Butker now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 7, 33 seconds to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Throwing Tannehill. To Henry at 5 yards. Not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Tannehill now to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. Tannehill. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They snap it to Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So they had to take the shot there. Obviously, that was pretty much it, their last chance.
No other play for them, right? I mean, there's no other choice. It's not like you can have some strategy move, right? Punt it away and hope to. No, that's what they had to do.